In the heart of Norway, where the snow falls like a soft, white blanket, lived a young boy named Sven. His cheeks were always rosy, and his eyes sparkled with the curiosity of the northern lights. Sven loved the vast, snowy landscapes that stretched out from his doorstep. He knew the woods and the frozen lakes like the back of his hand, or so he thought. Why? One afternoon, chasing after a snow-white Arctic fox, Sven wandered farther than ever before. The sky, once a brilliant blue, began to churn with grey clouds. A low whistle turned into a howl, and suddenly, the world was a swirling vortex of white. A blizzard had descended without warning. Panic began to creep into Sven's heart like the biting cold through his woolen mittens. Rexium looked the same an endless, dancing wall of snow. He couldn't see the fox, the trees, or even his own feet. He called out, but his voice was swallowed by the storm. He was lost. Shivering, he huddled behind a large snowdrift, the fear growing heavier with each gust of wind. The world was fierce and unforgiving, and he felt terribly small and alone. Just as a tear froze on his cheek, a shadow fell over him. It was immense, a towering silhouette against the blinding white. Sven looked up, his heart pounding in his chest. Before him stood a polar bear, larger than any he had ever imagined. Its fur was as pure as the freshly fallen snow, and its black eyes held a calm, ancient wisdom. Sven wasn't afraid. Too. There was a strange sense of peace emanating from the great creature. The bear let out a low, rumbling growl, not of aggression, but of reassurance. It then turned and began to walk, its massive form casting a long, dark shadow on the snow. As if guided by an unseen force, the bear's shadow seemed to cut through the blizzard, revealing a clear, safe path. Hesitantly at first, then with growing confidence, Sven followed. He kept his eyes fixed on the dark shape, moving ahead, a beacon in the chaos. The shadow never wavered. When the path ahead became treacherous with hidden ice or deep snowdrifts, the shadow would shift, guiding him around the danger. It was as if the bear knew every secret of the storm, every hidden peril of the land. For what felt like hours, they walked in this silent partnership, the boy and the bear's shadow, moving as one through the heart of the tempest. The wind still howled, but its threat seemed distant now, kept at bay by his powerful guide. As the first faint rays of dawn pierced the grey sky, the blizzard began to subside. The wind softened to a whisper, and the swirling snow settled. Sven looked around and saw the familiar shape of the hills near his home. He was safe. He turned to thank his magnificent guide, but the polar bear was gone. All that remained was a trail of enormous paw prints pressed into the snow. As the morning sun grew stronger, each paw print began to glow with a soft, ethereal light, like faint stars left on the earth. Sven smiled, a deep sense of gratitude warming him from the inside out. He had learned a profound lesson that day. Nature, in all its might, holds a protective spirit for those who walk with respect for its power. Sven followed the glowing prints all the way to his doorstep, his heart full of the story he would tell for the rest of his life. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. So long. If you enjoyed this story, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more adventures from around the world. Stay safe and keep exploring.